So anyway, let's talk about Amazon Web Services and Polly. So basically, Polly is the voice that Amazon provides for text-to-speech. And I noticed yesterday that they had some new languages that were dropped. Different regions. I think that one of them was, in fact, Japanese. Nice young voice of Takumi. But let's start a little bit first with English, because I guess English-British as well is a reasonable place to start. One of the reasons I came and I wanted to check this out is too many of the assistants, or in fact seemingly all of the assistants, online assistants and bots, if they have a voice, it's always a female voice. So I was kind of quite interested to know what the male voices were like, and to get a feel for that. Here in the Amazon console. So anyway, let's check out what Brian's got to say. How does that sound?
But Amazon has done something really interesting with Alexa. It has, quite literally, made its own market.
Okay, so that's actually a little bit roboty, I've got to say, but it's okay. Let's see how Emma sounds.
But Amazon has done something really interesting with Alexa. It has, quite literally, made its own market.
Yeah, so I think those are okay, but given we're in England, there are some. Let's hear how Geraint sounds. I think that'll be a good one.
But Amazon has done something really interesting with Alexa. It has, quite literally, made its own market.
Oh, that's really nice. To be honest, the Welsh, I think, in some ways is better and a more natural sounding than the English. Maybe we should give it a little bit of undermilk wood. And see how that sounds. Hopefully it'll sound really good. Okay, where's some undermilk wood? Oh, come on. Let's see if we can get some of that. I was hoping I would immediately come some lyrics. Bad prep on my part. Well, okay, quotes. Undermilk wood quotes. That's what we need. Undermilk wood quotes. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is going to sound lovely. That's what we need. Right, let's go back to Polly and check that out.
It is spring, moonless night in the small town, starless and Bible black, the cobbled streets silent in the hunched quarters, and rabbits wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat bobbing sea.
Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, that is beautiful. So the Welsh, Geraint, definitely, I'm all about that. Things get kind of really interesting when you look at other languages. I mean, I don't know how that's going to sound. Well, let's stick with English. I think we can get some Australian in there. Let's go with Russell and see what he's got to say.
It is spring, moonless night in the small town, starless and Bible black, the cobbled streets silent and the hunched quarters, and rabbits wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat bobbing sea.
So there you go, fishing boat bobbing sea. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's not perfect. Amazon's still got some work to do there. Of course, you can customize pronunciation and stuff. But let's because what I got the chance to do this, it was great. I wanted to see how it would sound in Norwegian.
It is spring, moonless night in the small town, starless and Bible black, the cobble streets silent and the hunked rabbits wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat bobbing sea.
See, it's interesting because to me that sort of sounds like Old English. There's this sort of weird and interesting thing that happens there, and certainly there was some dialogue stuff. Obviously, historically speaking, north of England, Norway, there was a lot of, should we say, back and forth. It's language adoption. Portuguese is always interesting.
It is spring, moonless night in the small town, starless and Bible black, the cobbled streets silent and the hunched quarters, and rabbits wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat bobbing sea.
So yeah, I think it's always interesting that to me, from my rude ear, that doesn't know too much about linguistics, I always think there's an interesting thing between Portuguese and Russian actually. But just where I wanted to finish up, which is kind of where we started, which is Japanese, and this nice young voice of Takumi, which is I think new from AWS, and yeah, obviously what you're supposed to do is put Japanese in there, but if we put this English in here, it's kind of interesting.
It is spring, moonless night in the small town, stars and bible, black, the cobbled streets silent and the hunched quarters, and rabbits would limping invisible, down to the slow black, crow black, fishing boat, bobbing sea.
So that's actually lovely. We've got it is spring, moonless night in the small town, starless and Bible black, the cobbled streets silent and the hunched curtains, and rabbit's wood limping invisible down to the slow black, crow black, fishing, bobbing, sea. And yeah, I mean, overall, you know, I think it's sort of easy to sort of think, oh yeah, that sounds kind of funny, but in another way, I think it's really interesting, getting down to the core of some of the linguistics and the way this stuff works in other languages. Obviously, Amazon is doing some tremendous work in this regard. Anyway, good to see plenty of male voices here ready to speak to us, and hopefully we'll see some of this in the services to come in and around Alexa. We are moving into a world of voice as a user interface, and that's great. There's a huge amount of richness there, and something that I think is interesting.